On March 13, 2015, a much anticipated remake of the original and beloved movie Cinderella was released in theaters. It was, like they said, out with the old and in with the new, and they released a modernized and revamped story. Today, I would like to explain to you the movie that single-handedly saved Disney Animations and then its successor in 2015. I will tell you about how dire the situation was for Disney after World War II and how Cinderella restored their popularity. Then, I will compare the original film with the newer movie, taking into account their plot and today's norms and how they have affected it. Disney obviously had a rough time after World War II. After the war, Disney suffered from losing connections to European film markets, so their films were not making as much money as they wanted. Bambi, Pinocchio, and Fantasia did not turn a profit, although later on, with home TVs, they did. The Los Angeles Times in November 1987 published that Cinderella saved Walt Disney Studio from foreclosure. Even then, the film was a major risk. Disney decided to risk it all on one last feature-length cartoon, but it had to be perfect. There was a tight budget and tight time constraints, so we had to do most of it without scrapping or remaking. In order to complete filming faster, the artists had to show the whole movie in live action so they could have a reference and they could draw the animations faster. Disney's ambition paid off. Cinderella was a huge hit. It cost $2 million to produce, but it grossed $8 million. This put it way ahead of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Dumbo in terms of money made. Cinderella was huge even outside the movie theater. Her name was used extensively to sell goods. According to Time magazine in April 2021, even though the story was already popular in children's books and theater performances, advertisements, packaging, and other means of display used it as a figurehead. Now, with the new and the old movies, there is a big difference, and that is because of the difference in culture. The old Cinderella film was in 1950, and the new one was in 2015, and obviously there are differences in culture and society accepting ideas from then and now, and one big thing is gender stereotypes. According to an article from the American Mercury by Edith M. Stern from 1949, titled "Women Are Household Slaves," women are expected to take care of everything inside of a household. This is very important to the story of Cinderella because her doing all the chores made her more reliable to the audience. Nowadays, stereotypes have reduced significantly, so the new Cinderella also had to do things differently. So they had different plot points. In the new Cinderella, Ella's father has passed away more recently compared to the original film, where Cinderella's father passed young. This made it so that she had a deep depression and was not able to adjust to how her sisters and mother was treating her. Cinderella, on the other hand, had been treated the way she was the whole life because her father passed early and she tried to make the best out of her situation. Another difference is the prince. In the 2015 version, Ella met the prince before and the ball was announced so that the prince could meet Ella again. This is because of character development, which is a very important thing in new movies so that the audience can relate with everyone in the story. But in the original version, the first time we see the prince is also the first time Cinderella sees him. And the purpose of the ball was so that the prince could find a wife. In conclusion, Cinderella was a legendary and vital success from Disney, but its successor could not be made in the same way as the original because of stereotypes and how the stories have developed. Cinderella in 2015 is the same movie that it would have been if it had to be released today. And there is no need to criticize because of it not staying true to the original because it was released in a different time and things are way different from the norm now.